All right. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I just realized my hair is kind of doing some weird feather thing there. Thank you so much for joining tonight's Platinum Dynasty team call. This is our Tuesday night call that we alternate every Tuesday with a team event. So whether it is a business opportunity for your guests, whether it's a sneak peek or a webinar or a fire call or whatever, or a team call. Every Tuesday night, we have something for the team, for you guys to plug into. So I'm super excited that you guys are on. I'm Lisa Mohajay, and we're going to be talking about pathways to your power. Sounds fancy, right? Sounds exciting. So I got to come up with something creative to get you guys plugged in and get you on here, and that sounded pretty awesome to me. So I'm going to go ahead and just share my screen. All right, so I'm just going to start us out with just a little short video here.
Video August, and I'll tell you why. August fascinates me. I grew up in the wine business where you did a lot of business with Europe. In the late 90s, early 2000s, I was always confused by August because August was the time that I completely got in the zone because I knew everybody was sleeping. And what I mean by that is everybody was on vacation. In Europe, all my vendors, they were gone the whole month, ghost. In the US, a couple weeks here, a couple weeks there. And it was really interesting. I just really used it as my time to get ready for that fourth quarter, right? People came back in September and they were like just rolling fast for that prime time. I was in retail. For all you young hustlers out there or old hustlers out there, August is the month. This is the month where guys, even I'm taking plenty of time with my family. This is when people really slow it down. Look for those out of office replies because they're on the up during August. And if you're watching this video right now, and if you want it as bad as I hear you want it, and if this is your year, and if 2017 is going to be your year, and if this is your moment, and if you're sick and tired, and it's your time, then my friends, you need to understand that these 30 or 31, these 31, I think, 31 days, hope that's right, in August, these 31 days in August is exactly when you triple down, when you 4X, 5X down in your hustle. While everybody's at the pool drinking rosé, this is when you put in the grinding hours and get ready for your master plan. August, my friends, is always, always the month that sets the tone for your future for all the people that are complaining or disappointed at where they're at. Now, I'm gonna flip you a little bit. August is also the month for all those people that are content, got bags under their eyes, hustled all year, crushing it. It's a very strategic month to kind of go into that rest period, get a little sun, play a little tennis, play in the pool with your friends, your girlfriend, and your kids. August is such an interesting month for me. You can play it one or two ways, but it depends on where your head's at right now. It'll be over before you blink, so don't blink, just don't blink.
It'll be over before you think, so don't blink. I love that. All right, guys, let me just go into our presentation. But I thought that that was a great way to kick it off because we have 15 days left of the month of August. So where are you at? Are you ready to take a break? Or are you ready to hustle? Are you ready to set the pace for the year ahead for 2017 as we roll in to the fourth quarter? And as you guys know, the fourth quarter is an interesting time. Kids are going back to school, so parents are finally getting some time back to themselves. They're back into their routines. We're gonna roll into the holidays. And so there will be a little bit of downtime because people are focused on the holidays. But it's also the time for us to keep pushing and push hard because we're leading into the new year. And I know that it sounds like it's so far away, but it's not. It will be here before we know it. So that's why it's really important that we stay focused right now and stay consistent. I know that we have a lot of new coaches on the call tonight, so we're going to talk a lot about what it is that you should be doing. But right now is where you stay consistent because this business doesn't happen overnight. Like literally the secret sauce is staying consistent and showing up every single day. Even when it feels like nobody's watching and nobody's interested and nobody's signing up with you, it's okay because they're watching and you have to stay consistent. So like I said, my name's Lisa Mohage. I have actually been a Beachbody coach now for a little over 7 years. It was 7 years at the end of July. And for you guys that maybe you don't know me, it has totally changed my life. So I'm going to share a little bit about my story later on in the presentation, but you know, you can see my little accolades or whatever. I am a member of the Millions Club. So having started out as a single mom in Central Illinois, hoping to maybe make $100 a month, I earned $1 million in 5 years. And that number has just continued to grow because of the team. That is not a reflection of just myself, but it's a reflection of the hard work of the team and, you know, our dreams and our goals and doing this together and rowing the boat all in the same direction on the same pace and the same path. And I would not be where I am without you guys. So thank you guys so much for hopping on tonight and, you know, trusting me with your time. I know your time is valuable. So I hope you guys all are somewhere where you can take notes, somewhere that's quiet, somewhere that you can listen, you have a notebook, you have a pen or pencil, and you're gonna take notes because all of this is gonna go in one ear and out the other if you are not laser focused. So I just wanted to start this evening off with a few announcements. Like I said in the beginning, every other Tuesday night, we host a business presentation or we host a team training. So tonight's the team training, obviously, and next Tuesday is our business opportunity. You'll hear me say BizOp a lot, and that's what it is. And it could be a sneak peek, it could be a formal webinar, but this coming Tuesday, we're actually going to do what's called a fire call. And it's going to be about 30 minutes, and it's gonna be an actual conference call. So there won't be a webinar, there won't be a group page or anything like that. I'll provide you with an event page. You can invite everyone. The dial-in number will be there. And they're basically going to hear success stories from about 5 other coaches. So not just me, but other coaches on the team that are seeing success and how Beachbody has impacted their lives. So you definitely want to put that on your calendar and start thinking about people to invite. This is the easiest way to introduce the business to people is through the Tuesday night BizOps. Second thing, I'm really excited about this Beachbody Health Bet. It's actually starting in September, and the way it works is Beachbody has put together a pot of money, a pot of cash, starting out at $1 million. The last that I heard, the pot was at $1.5 million, and they're going to go all the way up to $3 million. So how it works is they put $1 million in. For every challenge pack that's sold the month of August, they're putting in another $5, up to $3 million. So this is going to work together with our September challenge group. We host a challenge group for the team the first Monday of every month, a 30-day challenge group that you can plug your prospects in and that you should be plugged into as well, you and your customers, because you are going to be your best challenger. You are going to be a walking billboard for your business. So it's important for you also to be participating in the challenge groups and working on your own story as well as helping your customers. So when your customers join the September challenge group, we are going to invite them into Beachbody's new challenge group tracker app. So when they join the app and they log 3 workouts a week for the month of September, I think the last part actually rolls into October, as you can see on here, October 1st. When they log 3 workouts and they log 5 Shakeologies and post a picture, a selfie of them with their Shakeology, that's all they have to do, 5 Shakeologies, 3 workouts a week, they are now eligible to win the health bet. And how that works is it's going to be distributed equally through the people that have participated and qualified. I can tell you from this business, there will be a lot of people that sign up in the beginning and they get lazy and they don't finish. So that's not going to be you. That's not going to be your prospects. We are going to make sure that we all do this together, that we all stay on track, and that we all win some money. Like, who couldn't use an extra, even if it's $25? It could be $50, it could be $100, guys. I have no idea what to expect. But, you know, school just started. Like I said, the holidays are coming around. Everybody could use a little extra cash in their pocket. And this is also a great thing to introduce your customers, your challengers to, because I've had people message me, customers that I hadn't spoken to yet about it. And they're like, hey, what is this? How do I get in? Count me in. So make sure that you have this on your radar. It's something that you're talking about. It's something that you're excited about, because I posted a video on my profile page today talking about it. But basically, we can get paid just for getting healthy and seeing real results, because that's what's going to happen when you and your challengers join a challenge group. They're going to see real results. So as a bonus to getting healthy and fit and feeling more confident, having more energy and making new friends and being excited about their life again, now they have the opportunity to win some extra cash. So I don't know about you guys, but to me, that is a win-win. Lastly, I just want to make sure that we all have Summit. Okay, and that is a total typo. Do not go to that link. That's not correct. Summit is CoachSummit.com is the actual website, not Coach Summit 2016. But a couple of weeks ago, I posted about Stash the Cash for Summit, because Summit is going to be non-negotiable for you in your business. So if you don't have tickets yet, go to CoachSummit.com, get your tickets now, make the commitment to being here a year from now. Summit is awesome. It's going to be in New Orleans next year in July of 2017. And so what I found this year was a lot of people had their tickets, but they backed out at the last minute because they didn't have enough cash to go. So we have almost a whole year, not quite a year, to save up our money to get ready for Summit. Everyone has to be there. You guys don't want to miss out. You're going to get top-notch training. You're going to get to meet the team in person. All of these people that you've made amazing friends with, we're going to be there together. We're going to go to these trainings. We're going to go to the parties together. We're going to go to the celebrations. We're going to have lunch together. We're going to work out together. We're going to learn and grow together. So important to get to Summit. If you're a brand new coach, you actually have the opportunity to win a free ticket. All you have to do is hit Success Club 5 the first 3 months in your business. So you're going to hear a lot about Success Club. It wasn't actually on my radar to talk about tonight. So make sure that you get with your coach if you're not familiar with Success Club and find out what do you have to do to hit it. But a lot of these things that we're going to talk about this evening, as long as you're doing these things, you're going to hit Success Club. If you're inviting people into your September challenge group that we're going to run together, or if you want to do one on your own, that's totally cool too. You're going to hit Success Club. You're basically looking for 3 to 5 people to help get started on their fitness journey. So, you know, you can get that free ticket, but let's make sure that you're saving $10 to $20 a week, whatever your personal goal is, whatever you can fit into your budget, and put it into your secret stash, you guys, whether it's an envelope, whether it's your sock drawer, maybe you have a separate bank account for savings, and save that for Summit 2017. Do whatever you have to do. Start now so that you guys can get there. All right, so let's move into tonight's topic. And, you know, it really does start with you. And this is actually a picture of some of our team that was there in Nashville this year at Summit. And as you can see, we have a blast. This is a business built on friendships. And it literally starts with you. People join this team because of you. They join Beachbody because of you. Let's face it, there are a lot of coaches out there, but until they've heard the business presented from you, they may not be ready to get started. So maybe someone else has invited them, but it wasn't you that invited them. You could be that person to change their lives. They don't sign up because of Autumn. They don't sign up because of Shalene. They don't sign up because of Tony Horton, but they sign up because of you. So in this business, it's really important to be vulnerable, to be raw, to be honest. We're going to talk a lot about digging into that vulnerability and taking it to the next step. And you have to be your own best challenger. So you have to be using the products. You have to be drinking Shakeology. You have to be getting results. Like, that's why you signed up with Beachbody in the first place, right? Was to improve your own health and fitness. And if you're not following a program, if you're not following a plan, if you're not plugging in, you're not going to get those results. So make a commitment to being your own best challenger. It's so important. All right, the law of familiarity. So this is for you guys that maybe you've been a coach for a while. Like I said, I've been a coach for 7 years. As you can imagine, I've gotten pretty comfortable with being comfortable. And just recently, I made a decision that it was time to get uncomfortable. It was time to step out of my comfort zone. It's time to get vulnerable again. And I want to encourage you guys to do the same. So whether it's signing up to take a class, or maybe becoming a fitness instructor, or maybe it's signing up to do a social media training, or maybe you're going to go to a Tony Robbins event, whatever it is, are you too comfortable being comfortable? And how can you push yourself outside of that limit so that you can start making some serious changes in your life? For a lot of you guys, and this isn't just for brand new coaches, a lot of you guys that are coaches for years, you're still afraid. You're still scared. You're still petrified of stepping outside of the box. You're afraid about what people are going to think. And then a lot of you guys are just simply bored. The thing with Beachbody is you're doing the same things day in and day out. It's that small compound effect, right? It's the things that are adding up for you, or they're adding up against you. So it might seem like, oh man, I'm so tired of inviting people, or I'm so tired of talking about my fitness journey, or I'm so bored with this, or so bored with that. But here's the deal, you guys. When you get that momentum going, you can't stop. You can stop a little bit, but it's almost like that water well. And I picture it being at the campground with my parents as a little girl, and there was that old-fashioned well, and you would pump it and pump it and pump it, and nothing came out, right? But the water's rising. The momentum is building. And what happens if you stop pumping? That water goes down. It's the same thing if you're planting flowers. It's the fall season. So what are our fall, I can't even think of what some fall harvest would be, or whatever, some fall seeds to plant. But you're planting your seeds, right? You don't see anything immediately. You have to water it. You have to let it grow. You have to nurture it. And then before you know it, you have this beautiful garden. And it's the same thing with Beachbody. You can't get bored. You have to always focus on your mission. You have to focus on your vision. You have to focus on your goals, and you have to stay consistent. So what I really want to know tonight is, what kind of coach are you? So I actually have my own coach. That's not a Beachbody coach, but it's someone that I've stepped out of my box, and I've hired basically a success coach, a life coach, so to speak. And she had given me some ideas, and she's like, you know what, Lisa, you just have to put your own splash on it. So I put my own splash on it. I categorized you guys as a baby coach, a rock star coach, or a Mac Daddy coach. So I want to go through these just briefly, and I want you guys to think about where you are on this chart. What type of a coach are you? And you can still be a baby coach and have been a coach for years. So don't feel like a baby coach is a brand new coach. Some of you guys that have been coaching for several years are still in this baby coach category. And maybe that's where you want to be. Maybe you don't want to be a rock star. Maybe you don't want to be a Mac Daddy coach. I don't know, but we're going to get to the bottom of all of this evening. So starting with your belief system, do you believe with all of your heart that Beachbody is an amazing company, something that is an awesome gift, that an opportunity that you guys have in your power to change lives, Do you believe that Beachbody can change your life, that it can change your family's life, that it can change the legacy that you are living for your family, leaving for your family? Where are you at in this belief system? You know it's changed other people's lives, but you're just not quite sure if it can change yours. You're hesitant to share it. Maybe you're thinking, okay, yeah, Beachbody's pretty cool. These products are starting to get me some real results. I'm going to start sharing it. Maybe you're at the point where you're like, this is such an amazing gift, physically, financially, emotionally. It's changing my life, and I would be selfish not to share it. You guys, Beachbody has totally transformed my life. Like I said, I've been coaching for 7 years. And when I first got signed up, I was recently divorced. I was a single mom. I was living in a house I couldn't afford. I was receiving foreclosure notices. My car was, about to be repossessed. I had to pull my daughter out of her private school and put her into a public school. I was so broke, and I was so depressed, and I was so alone, and my self-confidence was on the floor. It was squashed. So for me, I can tell you guys, this business is going to change your life if you allow it to. And I wasn't so much skeptical, but I set my bar really low, right? I thought if I just make $100 a month, that would change everything, you guys. And here we are today. Paj and I, we're earning my previous annual salary every single month. I have self-confidence. I feel good about myself because I'm helping people. I'm changing lives. I'm doing something that I can be proud of. I'm doing something that I love. So where do you fit into this belief system? Okay, the second category is proof of the product. Are you being a proof of the product? Are you committed daily to drinking your Shakeology, to following your workout program and sticking to it? So a baby coach is thinking, oh, I have a program, but I only follow it a few days a week. I've looked at the meal plan. You don't really follow it. I think we've all kind of been there. Like, this is a transgression, I guess is the right word. I'm not sure. Rockstar coach. You have a program, you're following it, but you miss a couple days here and there. You're working on the meal plan. Mac Daddy coach, guys. You're following the program to a T. You are getting real results. You get your workout in no matter what. So if you're traveling with your family, you wake up early and you get that workout in. Maybe you've got, something early in the morning and you've got to get your workout in at night. You're following the meal plan. You're following an 80-20 diet. So you're not cheating every single meal. Are you working from a list? Your list is the lifeline to your business. You have to be working from your list. It cannot be working from your Facebook Messenger. It cannot be working from, your text messages and just kind of like thinking, okay, when you see somebody's name, you're going to message them. You have to be working from a list. So maybe you have 10 people on your list. I cannot tell you guys how many times I have talked to a coach and they're like, nobody's interested. Nobody wants to sign up. Okay, great. How many people have you talked to? Well, I've talked to my mom, I've talked to my best friend, and I've talked to my boss. I keep asking them over and over and over, are they interested? Okay, you guys have to have more than 10 people on your list. You need to have at least 100 people on your list from the get-go, and you're going to constantly add 3 to 5 new people a week. Rockstar coach. Mac Daddy coach, without your list, your business is dead. You work from it daily and you continue to add at least 20 people to your list a week. And you might be wondering, where do I find these people? There are millions of people in the United States and Canada, you guys. There are so many people out there that are obese, that need your help. You can find them through mutual friends. You can ask for referrals. You can send messages to maybe somebody you're not quite ready to invite yet that are on your chicken list. And you can just say, hey, I know that, you're probably not interested in this, but I've always really admired you. Do you know of anybody that might be interested in making additional income, that might be interested in making some extra money or getting fit? Ask for referrals. I am finding people from my like page through boosting ads. And that's a whole other monster in itself. But I've also in my past coaching career, and I still do today, is finding people through common interest group pages on Facebook. So Brandy Waxler, for example, I met her through Live Strong's Facebook like page, and she had commented on one of the articles. And I sent her a message, and I sent her a friend request, and before you know it, the rest was history. So what interests you? What are you into? Are you into chow chows? We have a chow, so I'm part of a lot of chow groups. Maybe you like to cook. Maybe you're a runner. Maybe you love yoga. Find common interest like groups on Facebook and start looking for people that you want to work with, people that are looking for you. And that's how you can add people through Facebook into your new list. Okay, are you inviting? Like invite. This is the bridgestone of our business, you guys. If you're not inviting people, the answer is always going to be no. So where do you fit? Are you a baby coach? Nobody wants to be a baby coach, guys. Are you too afraid to invite people directly to the business? So you kind of post about it a little bit and you hope they come to you. I cannot tell you how many times I hear people kind of like downgrade the opportunity, like, I don't know, I don't think they have any money, or I feel bad asking them. You guys, this is a gift. Think about it, how it's changed your life, and think about how it could change your friends, your family's lives. Are you a rock star coach? You're still a little intimidated to personally invite people, but you're inviting a couple people a week. Mac Daddy Coach, if I don't ask, the answer will always be no. I make inviting a priority and invite at least 3 to 5 people a day. No ifs, ands, or buts. And you're inviting them to your challenge group. You're inviting them to the Tuesday night business presentation. You're inviting them to a clean eating group. You're inviting them to watch a video. You have to invite people, guys. Otherwise, they don't really understand what it is that you're doing. The easiest way to invite someone after building that relationship, after asking what their goals are, after finding out what their needs are, after making it about them, simply ask, have you ever considered joining my challenge group? Have you ever considered doing what I do? And then you can go into the next step of the invitation process, which is, awesome. If I sent you a video, would you be willing to watch it? Easy peasy. Send them the video. I can't wait to hear what you like best. When do you think you can watch it? Then you know when you can follow up with them. Hopefully get them on a phone call. If you're a brand new coach, get them on a phone call with your upline coach. Let your upline coach close the deal for you. Let your upline coach help them decide, is this something that's even right for them? You don't have to do this alone, you guys. We're a team. We're in this together. Okay, following up. You got up. I don't want to feel like I'm bothering people, so I don't follow up. I told them to let me know. Guess what? They are never, ever going to let you know. You have to ask that previous question that I just said in the Mac Daddy Coach invite is, if I sent you a video, when do you think you'll be able to watch it? By tomorrow at 5. Okay, great. If I call you tomorrow at 5, will you have 5 minutes to chat? So you have to follow up. If you're a rockstar coach, I follow up with a couple people a week. Sometimes when I see their name pop up, I might remember. That goes back to working from your list. Mac Daddy Coach, knows without a doubt fortune is in the follow-up. No one is ever going to say, okay, great, here's my credit card, sign me up. You have to follow up. After the invite, set up a time to follow up with a phone call. This is probably the one thing that is so important and the majority of you guys are not doing, and that's your personal development. Personal development, guys. Before Beachbody, I did not read books. In high school, I read romance novels, and that was it. So if you're a baby coach, you're saying, I don't really have time to read books, and if I do, it's going to be something that's quote unquote interesting. Or maybe you're thinking that you don't need it. Maybe you're thinking, I don't need personal development. I'm good as I am. Rockstar coach, I know I need personal development, but every time I start a book, I never finish it. Maybe you read the first couple of chapters, you don't make it a priority unless you're a Mac Daddy coach, and you know in your heart, in your mind, your business is only going to grow as much as you do. You have to make it a priority, and then you have to put what you've learned to use. You have to take action. So say, for example, you're reading The Miracle Morning. That's our book of the month. They are giving you steps of things to do every single morning. If you're not putting those things that you've learned to use, it's worthless. You have to use your personal development. You have to put it to use. And if you're looking for suggestions, if you go to the Platinum Dynasty Facebook page, click on files. You can click on files. There's a list there. And if you click on the photos under the photo albums, you'll see a graphic with some great books as well that's broken out by your need. If you're looking for time management, if you're looking for self-confidence, whatever your personal need is, check out the list, get a book. It really doesn't matter, but just start reading. Do your audio if you don't like to read, but get it in. Take notes, share what you're learning on your social media, and then put it to use. Creating testimonials. This is kind of crazy. I've been a coach for 7 years, and I didn't start actually making challenge groups a priority until about January of this year, because when I started, we didn't have challenge packs. We didn't have challenge groups. So when it was introduced to me, I thought, well, I don't need to do this because I'm already very successful. Then I realized, okay, I have to do challenge groups. I have to create testimonials from my customers, from my challengers. So number one, that I'm actually providing value so that I'm helping people and so that I can share that with future challengers, future prospects that want to know, is this going to work for them? And you're going to say, yeah, Jen Lass has lost over 20 pounds in my challenge group. Stephanie Yaki's lost over 20 pounds doing the 21-day fix. You're looking to create your testimonials. So a baby coach, I don't want my challengers to feel pressured. I don't want to check in on them. And who I am, I don't want my challengers to feel pressured. And who am I to coach them? Rockstar coach, I check in with my challengers maybe once a week. Mac Daddy coach, I check in with my challengers and my coaches 3 to 5 times a week, both personally and in the big challenge group. You're holding those people accountable. You're asking for their measurements. You're checking in. Hey, how's it going? How are you doing with your nutrition? Are you getting your workouts in? You're doing what you said you were going to do when you signed them up for a challenge group. You're helping them. You're holding them accountable. And by doing that, it's going to keep you accountable, because you can't keep somebody else accountable if you're not doing the same thing. Trainings and events. Are you hopping on a call when it's convenient or if you remember? Or you're on some of the trainings, you've been to a couple Super Saturdays, and you have Summit on your schedule. Are you Mac Daddy coach where you are on every single Monday national wake-up call, you're on every team training, and you never ever miss an event? You guys, all of these things are so important. It's like your bloodline to the business, because it's your energy. It's your energy flow to the business to stay connected. And if you don't stay connected to the team and you don't stay connected to the trainings, you're going to fizzle out. So you have to get on the Monday wake-up calls. You have to be on the team trainings and never miss an event. And I would just like to add here, guys, if there's something that you want to know, Google it. Go to YouTube. There's so much information out there. If you need help with Facebook like pages, Google it. There's so much information available for you at your fingertips. There's really no excuse. And then your vision. You want to make a change, but you don't want to take any action. You're a rock star coach and you're starting to move in the right direction, but you're still not quite 100% committed. Mac Daddy Coach, you start each and every day reflecting on your vision and you're 110% committed to making it happen. Guys, I want to hear from every single one of you. Post on the event page or the Platinum Dynasty page and say, which coach are you? I want you to tag me. I want you to tag your coach, and I want you to tag your team. Let's do this, you guys. Let's create this momentum. Let's create this bond, this friendship, this motivation, this accountability, and let's move into the next level. Let's all be Mac Daddy coaches. So I've just presented this to you guys, and maybe you're stuck. You're stuck getting to that next category. So I want to ask you a couple of questions. What's really holding you back? Is it fear of failure? Is it fear of rejection? Is it fear of what people are going to say? Maybe it's fear of succeeding. Maybe it's fear of pain from not succeeding, from being rejected and all of that stuff. You guys, your fear of remaining the same has to be way greater than any of these. Every single person that is successful has failed, and they kept going. That's how they became successful. They didn't just stop at failure. They kept going. They failed forward. They kept moving on. They learned from what they failed from, and they took action and found a way to improve it. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter if you're rejected, because you know what? Those people are not fulfilling your dreams. They're not fulfilling your goals. They're not putting food on your table. They're not putting school supplies in your kid's backpack, are they? Are they putting gifts on your Christmas tree? They're not. So who cares what they say? There's somebody out there that's looking for you. There's somebody out there that needs this gift. They need this opportunity, and it's up to you to offer it to them. But you got to put it out there, and you've got to interrupt the limiting pattern. Whatever it is that you're doing right now that's holding you back, you got to interrupt that pattern. If you keep doing the same thing, nothing is ever going to change. So whether that means getting up an hour earlier and reading the Miracle Morning and getting your morning started out right, or maybe it means actually putting yourself out there and being vulnerable. Maybe it means changing your thought process and changing the words that you speak. Maybe it means to no longer speak negative thoughts over your life. Maybe it's to stop that negative thought when it enters your mind. Like, you're done. You have no room in your mind to store that. You take the thought and you release it. You let it go. You stop saying, I'm going to try to do this, or I'm hoping this is going to happen. No, you do it. So stop saying try, stop saying hope, stop saying the negative things about yourself or the negative things that you're doing. Stop it and move on. And do what is going to move you forward. What is going to move you closer to your vision and to your goals. So let's talk about your vision and your goals and your mission. What are you sharing with people? Because if people don't know where you've been, they don't really know who you are. They don't really know if they can trust you yet. And you need to understand where you've been and how that formed you to who you are today. So these are some questions that I want to ask you. And I know you guys are all sitting there as good students, eager to learn, hungry to grow, and you've got your pen and paper and you're ready to take some notes. You've already been taking pages of notes by now. So I want you to think about these questions and I just want you to write the answers down. Where did you see yourself at your heaviest? And some of you guys weren't ever heavy, and that's okay. But where did you see yourself when you were the most bit out of shape? And when I say where did you see yourself, I want you to think about emotionally. Were you depressed? Were you embarrassed? Were you tired? Were you fatigued? Did you feel sick after you ate? How did you feel at your weakest point in your life? And that could be at, maybe being sent to a collection agency. It could be at a breakup in a relationship. It can be, where someone that you loved hurt you. It could be a bankruptcy. It could be getting a loss of a job, getting fired. Where were you at your weakest point? And how did you feel? Defeated, maybe hopeless, like you knew something had to change, but you didn't know what. And what was the defining moment? So the first two bullet points were kind of leading up to getting you to that defining moment. What was the defining moment that made you make a decision to change, to do something different? And then what's kept you going? If you're a Beachbody, if you've been a coach for a while and you haven't been successful yet and you're kind of doubting, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? What's kept you going? Why haven't you quit? And then what would have happened if you hadn't done anything at all? Where would your life be? For you guys that are coaches, have been coaches for a while, maybe it's even just a couple of months and your life has already transformed. What would have happened if you hadn't done anything? Belief of limitations are what's holding you back from being whoever it is you wish to become. So I shared in a video last week, I think it's Friday, kind of this lineup of my own personal journey. And I talked about where I saw myself at my heaviest and how I got there and how I was so depressed and how I was told I was worthless and I would never get anywhere, that I wasn't really pretty and, just put down, and how that led to depression and how it led to kind of isolation and how it led me to just feel ashamed and embarrassed of my life and who I was. And at my weakest point where I felt hopeless, I felt like a failure. And what was that defining moment? When I decided enough was enough, I have to change. I've got to get control of my life. And I decided to get fit, to feel more confident about myself. And I decided to go back and get a degree. And I decided to live life on my own. And what's kept me going was the people that told me I couldn't do it. The people that told me I was always going to be fat. The people that told me I was lazy. The people that told me the things that crushed me, but at the same time lit my fire to go farther, to be better, to get stronger, to be the best version of myself. And if I hadn't done anything, I would still be working in the corn refinery plant. I would be in a miserable relationship. I would be unhappy. I would be depressed. I'd be going to bed at 8 p.m. every night. And I would be unhealthy. So where are you going? And your mission, you guys, the things that I mentioned on the page before and your mission, these are the things that you need to be sharing with your prospects, with your customers. social media, on video, because people need to know who you are. They need to know where you've been, they need to know where you're going, and why they should join you. You should always be talking from your mission and your vision. Why should someone join you if they don't know where you're going? Well, they're not going to know where you're going if you don't share it. And it's hard to create a vision because it's invisible. It hasn't happened yet. But you've got to take your vision and make it visible. You have to make it so strong and so realistic and so powerful that every single day you are going to think about it, and you're going to talk about it with others, and you're going to share it with others. So successful self-made people keep the dream inside of themselves and they excel. Where successful leaders place the dream inside of others and everyone succeeds. You're creating a long-term vision for your life, a clear image, a blueprint on the inside of your life. And you have to be crystal clear and sharp. So you can't just say, oh, I want to make a lot of money. I want to help people. We got to dig deeper than that. We got to be really, really laser focused. It's got to be a positive change. It's got to involve improving your present condition, a future focus, a gift from God for specific people and select time. And it's deeper than mere image. It requires a team effort. It's bigger than just one person. So we're going to talk a little bit about your vision, and you're going to take notes and you're going to write it down and you're going to share this with us. Don't get scared because we're all in the same boat. We are all have beating hearts. We are all vulnerable, and we're all on a little bit of different journey, but at the same time, we're all the same. So to create an extraordinary quality of life, you must create a vision that's not only obtainable, but is sustainable. So step one, I want you guys to write a paragraph or two answering the following questions. What did you want to create for your life? If all of a sudden you had the energy again, like you were a little kid and the journey had just begun, what would you be excited to tackle? What would get you up early and keep you up late at night? You got to be so hungry for this business that you can't sleep at night, that you're so excited that you've got to message people. You've got an opportunity. You've got a gift. You've got a mission to share this business with people, because your vision is so strong that you got to do it, because it's going to make everything that you want to happen come true. What would your life be about? What does that vision look like? If you had no fear about moving forward, what would you do in your own life? What challenges might you be excited to overcome? What do you want to feel? What do you want to contribute to your own life and to the lives of others? And what do you want to give, create, be, feel, or share? Bentley is wanting to share with you his vision. Step two, you have to make sure this vision is emotionally charged with the power to move you to action. Your vision will provide a consistent focus, continually reminding you what it is you're committed to creating in your life, career, or business. That emotionally charged vision that's going to move you to action. That goes back to the fears, right? It's got to be emotionally charged. So for me, my emotionally charged is, like I said, it's proving to myself and to others, and thinking about my daughter and thinking about our family. And I'm going to share my example with you here in just a moment, but it's got to be so emotionally charged that it's going to move you to do the things you need to do. Add specifics. Your vision should provide some detail about what measurable results you are going to achieve in your life. This yardstick will help you assess where you are versus where you want to be. And number 4, don't try to make your description perfect. This business, you don't have to be perfect. That's what's so amazing about it. That's why I've been so successful, because I'm not perfect. I'm imperfectly perfect being me. You're not writing for the Pulitzer Prize. You're writing to create something that excites you. Try drawing or cutting out pictures that inspire you, that describe your vision. Or choose a song that becomes your theme song for your life. Get creative. There's no right or wrong way to describe your ultimate vision. So I had shared just kind of my vision that I had put out there, I think it was like a month or so ago. And it's something that I haven't really been sharing my vision for a while. You know, as a coach, I got comfortable and I stopped sharing some of the things that I've been sharing before. So here's kind of what I put out there, and it's a work in progress, right? It's not perfect, and there's other things that I've thought about since I put it out there, and you know, it's going to continue to grow. Your life is going to continue to evolve because you're growing. You're not the same person that you were a year ago, and you're not going to be the same person you are today a year from now. So my vision, well, I will continue to focus on being my best self first, to practice self-love, to gain more self-confidence, to be healthy and fit. And of course, I'll continue with my passion to mentor 3 to 5 women a month, to help them learn to love themselves and to create their dream lives. But my personal goals are to be debt-free. Let's face it, the more you make, the more you spend. It's so true. I want to be able to take care of our parents when they're older. We already have the freedom to be present in their lives, but also to provide for them. And of course, Tiara, our daughter. One day, I'm going to be a grandma, and Pasha's going to be a grandpa. And that's going to be one day far, far away from now. But I want to... Hello? Oh, Posh said, HE double hockey sticks, yes, for any children that are listening. But I want to be able to give them an amazing life. You know, when I had Tiara, I was living in public housing. I wasn't able to do all of the fun, cool things when she was little. I wasn't able to provide for her. My parents pretty much provided the majority of the things for Tiara when she was little. They bought her crib. They bought her stroller. They bought food. They bought diapers because I didn't have the money to do those things. So I want to be able to spoil those kids and, you know, be able to help Tiara. And, you know, maybe it's a fancy little bedroom and trips to Disney, whatever. Paj and I are going to have our dream house, you know, with that dramatic gate and an enchanting interest with crisp, clean lines, with lots of windows and lots of light and a master suite. And let's not forget that dream closet for shoes and purses, and just a little parlor room with a sitting area where I can just sit and hang out and be girly. And we're going to have a pool with a waterfall for Posh. That is his dream. One of his dreams is to have that awesome backyard with the pool. And I didn't put the Lamborghini in here, but that's also part of Posh's dream. Lastly, it's not just about me. I want to pay it forward. You guys, I've struggled my whole life with loving myself, with feeling confident in my own skin, with feeling good with who I am. So I want to pay it forward. I want to help young girls learn to love themselves at an early age, to know that they deserve respect and they deserve to be loved. They're worthy of it because they're little women of God, uniquely made, endless love. So there's a brief overview of me, my dreams, my goals, where I'm going, and I invited everyone to join me. Is this something that they're interested in? Is it something that speaks to them? So, you know, the dream that I have for the team, for each and every single one of you on this team, is to be a superstar team. My dream is for you guys to be Mac Daddy coaches, for you guys to have your vision achieved, for your dreams achieved. You guys, I want you to be successful with whatever that is. You know, to be friends first. I want this team to be built on friendships, to grow and to collaborate and build together. You know, I want to see each and every single one of you recognized on stage at Summit for whatever piece of recognition that you guys are falling into. But you guys can do this. Every single one of us can do this. I want us to just learn and grow and live this long life together and celebrate on the beach together. And I want to be able to call you and I want to say, hey, Sarah, I know you're in Texas right now with your kids, but do you want to meet Paj and I at Disney World with your kids this weekend? And you'd be able to say, yeah, no problem, because you have the financial means. You have the freedom to do whatever it is that you guys want to do. I want you guys learning to dream so big, because the dreams you have today have already happened by then. You know, I picture us as a team, you know, just living the life carefree, no stress, no financial worries, just living our lives to the fullest, helping other people. You know, maybe it's retiring your spouse, or taking care of your parents, or maybe it's homeschooling your kids, or sending them to the best college. Whatever it is, you guys, that's my vision. That's my dream for each and every single one of you. And a vision without action is just a dream. So you guys have to take action, and you have to take mass action. So you guys have to decide tonight, today, what is it that you want out of this business? Why are you doing it? And then you have to take mass action. It would be like you saying, okay, I'm going to quit drinking. And then you go buy a bottle of wine or a bottle of vodka or whatever it is tomorrow. That's not going to cut it, you guys. You have to make a decision, and then you have to go for it. You have to take mass action. You have to start working on that Mac Daddy rock star coach that you want to become. Like, you have to have that vision and that drive and that fire that's like, you better move. Get out of my way. I have work to do. You either move or you get on the train with me. You're either coming with me or get out of the way. The decisions that you make determine your future. So get to sharing, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to hear from you. Share on the team page. What type of coach are you? We want to know the answers to these questions and on the previous slide. And get out there and start sharing from your heart. Be vulnerable. It's scary, but people have to know who you are, where you've come from, and where you're going, so that they can join you on this team. They can join you on this journey. Thanks so much. Have a great night, everyone. And then I'll figure out how to exit out of here.